into the call. I know we've got some guests on the line tonight. I want to make this a very simple introduction, make sure you get back with the folks that invited you on the call. But the premise of our business is ultra simple. It's really ultra simple. And, it's one of those ta-da things. People listen to what we share, and all of a sudden they go, a light comes on, they go, oh, yeah. And so really, it is ultra simple. We've got the convergence of two of the biggest industries in the world that has created our opportunity, and that is the mobile phone industry, which is almost $3 trillion a year, and the advertising industry, which is $1.8 trillion a year. And the reason they're coming together, and here's the simple part, and everybody understands this, they're a little bit surprised when they first hear this number, but we look at our phone and average 150 times every single day. That's an average here in North America. Some people look at it a bit more often than that. The point is, though, is that's where our eyes are going. The average person in North America now spends over 2 hours per day browsing the Internet and doing their business on their smartphone. So where the eyes go, just like television did, just like desktops did and laptops did, where the eyes go, the advertisers must follow. It's as simple as that. Now, in the process of the two industries coming together, they created a third industry, which really is our industry. And it was only created 5 years ago, and that is mobile phone applications. The advent of mobile phone apps was January 1st, 2010, 5 years ago, just over 5 years ago. And Apple introduced the iPhone application, and the birth of a revolution literally took place. In the first 12 months, 10 billion downloads. And it really shocked the world, 10 billion downloads in the first 12 months. And I think everybody realized at that point it was just the beginning. And it really was just beginning. By the end of this year, which will be, as we're going into the 6th year of its birth, there'll be 300 billion downloads. 300 billion, which breaks down to an incredible 500,000 plus, 500,000 plus every single second. So look at your watch the second hand move, and every time it hits a second, another 500,000 applications were downloaded, which is almost impossible to conceive. You think of a number like that. Who's out there even counting this thing? It's so massive. But the point is that this didn't exist 5.5 years ago, and that's how new our opportunity is. So it's very simple. The advertising world will tell you that the best way to get in front of a mobile consumer, and folks, I want to just put this in perspective, by the way. People are shocked to hear this. Shocked. When we're talking about technology penetration in the world today, we have 1 billion cars on the planet. There's 7 billion people. There's 1 billion cars, and there's 1.6 billion computers. It might even be 1.2. I've got to refresh up on that. But let's call it 1.5 billion computers out of 7 billion people. Nothing even comes close to the 6.58 billion phone users, mobile phone users, 6.58 billion out of 7 billion. So the advertisers will tell you, hey, that's our market. It's the biggest technology penetration in history. You've got to get your business in front of those people. And how do you do that? With a mobile phone application. Well, then that makes it very simple. Every business in the world needs a mobile phone application, and yet they don't have one. Why? Because they're too expensive. It's not a problem if you're a big corporation. If you've got the budget, you spend millions of dollars in advertising, you've got the money to develop a mobile phone application. But what happens to local business? What happens to the non-mega? People say, well, small business is very important in the world today. Yes, it is. Local business now represents 90% of the global economy. There's another shocker. Most people go, what? Yeah, it's local business, those small businesses that are owned by our family and friends and people, our neighbors. That represents 90% of the global economy, and 90% of employment worldwide comes through local business. So that's our market. Mobile phone applications, that's our market. And until today, it's been an uneven playing field. Local business just didn't have the opportunity to get their business in front of mobile phone users because it was too expensive. They didn't have those massive budgets to spend it. Well, along comes Ubiz and develops a mobile application called Ubiz, which is now going on 3.5 years old. And it's a revolution in the world of advertising today. Ubiz does two very, very important things. Number one, it allows a merchant to communicate with their existing customers wherever they are in the world. Now, most businesses today use email, and email is growing every year, and becoming less and less effective every year. So it's growing, and as fast as it's growing, it's dropping in effectiveness faster than it's growing. Why? Because people are sick of it. They go into their inbox, and all they do is delete, 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 unsubscribe, unsubscribe, because it takes them 10 minutes to find one email. All they've got is all this advertising for companies they didn't even ask to get advertising from, but they share their list. You know, Gmail, which is Google's email client, came out with a brilliant system of promotional and social folders, which effectively sucked all the advertising out of the inbox, much to the delight of the millions and millions of Gmail users around the world. But it was just one more indication of how email advertising is a dying science. And so this bypasses all those challenges, this mobile phone application, and you could send out, the merchant can send out a message, and the customers, wherever they are in the world, will see it instantly on their smartphone. Now, is it limited to merchants? No, it could be any institution with a membership. It could be a political party with 3 million members around the world. And they send out a message, and 3 million people around the world see it instantly on their phone. It could be a municipality. We had a big storm here in Pompano Beach, Florida today, and all these warnings went out. But if all the residents here had the application, the warning would instantly go to a phone. Wouldn't have to listen to sirens. Wouldn't have to see things going blinking on TV. What if you're not watching TV? What if you're in a noisy area and you don't hear a siren? Bang! It's on your smartphone. When's the last time you let your phone out of your hand? You know, most people can't walk more than 20 feet away from their phone. And if God forbid if you leave home without your phone, how far will you drive before you figure that out and run back? We can't live without it. It is just part of our existence on a day-to-day basis. So it's not just limited to merchants. It is an incredibly powerful communications tool in and of itself. If that's the only thing that Ubiz did, it would be extremely powerful, but there's much, much more. Ubiz has cutting-edge technology, and this is what we call the really hip and cool stuff. And it works on geo-targeting and GPS. What are we? What is Ubiz? Ubiz is a free application that saves people money. Well, that's not innovative. There's lots of those things out there. People have heard of Groupon and Foursquare and Living Social and Retail Me Lot, and there's lots of companies. And the ones I just mentioned, by the way, have only been around a handful of years, and they already have between 50 and 150 million members. Why? Because people love an application that saves them money. Well, that's what we do. We are an application that saves people money. The difference is we allow our merchants to communicate directly with the free members. So it's a free app, right? So how does this work? Well, any merchant can put out a daily special, and anyone traveling within a 10-kilometer radius, that means 6.25 miles in any direction of that business, is going to get pinged with whatever offering is being offered that day. So let's say I'm driving home, and ABC Pizza has got a buy one, get two free takeout special between 5 and 7. And I'm driving home, and all of a sudden that comes up on my phone. Bing, buy one, get two free. I go, well, that sounds terrific. I've never been to this place. How do I get there? Let's go get some pizza. How do I get there? Well, isn't it clever? Ubiz has a button called, you guessed it, how do I get there? You push on the button, the GPS comes on, your maps come on, and it guides you right to the door of the store. Now, what we have effectively is a fantastic piece of technology that the merchants look at and go, wow, this is fantastic. How expensive is it? And that's the revolution, folks, because when Ubiz announced that this incredible technology, all of it, would cost $30, not a week, not a month, per year, $30 a year, 8 cents a day, we instantly disrupted two industries. We became the most cost-effective communications tool in the history of mobile and the most cost-effective marketing and advertising platform in the history of that industry in one split second. So what we have, and this is very simple here, folks, is a technology that the merchant, our consumer, the people that want it, 90% of the global economy, looks at and says, how could you possibly offer something this good for 8 pennies a day? But we can, because they're used to, coupon clippers, and they spend thousands of dollars a month. You start talking to them $1.20, $2 a month. They're going to, the first thing we had to deal with is skepticism. How could it work? It's too inexpensive, but it does. And the answer is the reason it works and the reason it's so effective and the reason that we can do it is because tens of millions of people will be using it worldwide, and we're already on our way. So when you lead with a service that is virtually zero resistance, meaning merchants are always looking to get new customers in their door. This is the most cost-effective form of advertising the world has ever seen, and so of course they're going to be receptive to it, and that's why I say we are virtually zero resistance. When I say virtually, it's like, again, they ask, well, how does it work? Does it work? Can it work? And once they find out that it does, it's, yeah, sign me up, and here's my friend, and go talk to that one and this one and that one. It's $30 a year. It's a joke. It's so inexpensive. So we lead with a business opportunity that is extremely effective because it has virtually zero resistance. And then we create a profit model for our associates through a direct selling model that allows them to go out and make a tremendous amount of money. So we have two packages. Basically, to become an associate is absolutely free. And we have two packages of codes. Now, what are the codes for? Activation codes takes a free application and turns it into a broadcasting tool for a merchant. So you can download the app absolutely free on Google Play or the Apple Store, absolutely free. But if you're a merchant and you want to actually start communicating with the free members in your area, that's where you need to purchase the $30 activation code and get set up. So for our associates, we have two packages. One is $145, which includes 10 codes, meaning $14.50, which are then sold for $30 and even more. And let me explain to you why. Because many of our innovative and industrious associates, what often happens is the merchant will say, yeah, this is great, but you know what? I don't really have the time to set it up and put in the images and do that setup and create some campaigns. Would you do that for me? And so we have a lot of very, very industrious associates out there, and I think most of them today, that do the setup for the merchant. And think about it's still incredibly cost effective. And they can charge anywhere from $69 to $99 for the complete package because of their value-added services. So instead of it just being 8 cents a day, which is $30 a year, some merchants say, yeah, do it all for me. I don't care if I'm paying 8 cents a day or 25 cents a day. Either way, it's a joke. I want it. You do the work. And so think about this now. There's two packages. One, $14.50 a code, which our associates are selling up to $99. And then you can buy a Pro Pack. So if you're serious about the business, and most people are today, they buy the Pro Pack, and the Pro Pack comes with 50 codes for $435, which is $8.70 a code. Again, selling it for up to $99. Folks, that's 10,000% profit. Now, we've got a promotion, and I guess I'm announcing this now, because for the last 30 days and 60 days, first it was 60 days ago, we need to extend this promotion, we need to extend the promotion, we need to extend the promotion, please extend the promotion. So guess what, guys? Starting on the 17th, we're going to extend the promotion. And the way it works is that when you sell a code, you get a free code. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. A Pro Pack member gets 50, can sell 50 over the next 60 days, get an additional 50, meaning they sell 100, which they can sell for $99. Folks, we've got folks that are selling 2 or 3 of these every day, right, Robin Perry? 2 or 3 of these every single day. Now, hold on. That's a heck of a paycheck if you're doing that 6 days a week. I mean, just picture that for a second. If you're getting a Pro Pack, you're getting 100 codes now for the $435, meaning $4.35 a code. They're selling up to $99, which means you're making $95 profit times 100, $9,500 over the next 60 days. That's a heck of an extra income coming in. And we're just watching the growth and the enthusiasm explode, and we're really, really very proud of the associates and everything they've accomplished. So I'm here to first tell you, yes, that is being extended. Now, for those of you that are brand new associates that are coming into the business, let me just explain for a second. If you're signing up as a basic associate and you want to take advantage of the free code, selling 10 and getting 10 free, of course, we're going to recommend you look at the Pro Pack because you can get up to 100, which is $4 each. But if you decide to take the 10, you must also purchase an additional monthly service pack, which is $35, and you get 2 additional codes. So just to do some quick math here, folks, I'm not going to drag on this. $145 for 10 is $14.50 a code. If you want to take advantage of the free replacement codes, then you're going to spend an additional $35, but you're getting a total of 12, which means, quick math, instead of $14.50 a code, you're paying $15 a code, but you're selling one, getting one free, which means they cost you $7.50. Again, simple math, but talk to the person that invited you onto the call, and they'll explain everything to you. The second thing that I get to talk about tonight is we've been associated with Travel Savings Dollars now for the last, 60 going on 90 days. Travel Savings Dollars is a travel provider for Fortune 100 companies, including 3 of the world's largest airlines. There are, 50, 60,000 employees, and offers the best cash discounts on travel for hotels and soon coming rent-a-cars and cruises than any other travel provider in the world. Now, this is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, travel. Over 85% of the world now books online. And so what this company does, it says, go look at any price online, hotels.com, Priceline, whatever you want, and we give you a 110% price match guarantee. But we have seen the values. Incredible deals. Orlando, instead of $150, $35 a night. I could give you 50 examples. We've done that in the past on these calls that are recorded, and you can take advantage of it. But folks, this is like cash. Okay? It's literally like cash. Because whatever travel you're going to do, and you can give this to your family, you can give it to your friends, you can do whatever you give it as a gift. You can disperse it. So if you sign up as a basic associate with what we were talking about, these golden days of travel, if you sign up a basic associate, the basic associate gets 250 travel savings dollars, which basically is cash value, really cash. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. They're signing up for $145, and the first thing they're doing is getting $250 in cash discounts. The associate that signed them up during this last promotion would normally get $100, but we gave them an additional $250. So if you're an associate, you got $350 travel savings dollars. And then we moved over to the Pro Pack. If you signed up a Pro Associate, the new Pro Associate, that's getting up to 100 codes for $435, $4.35, selling them for $99, making $9,500 plus profit, is also going to get $1,000 in travel savings dollars. And the person that signed up that new associate on a Pro Pack level got $250, but during the promotion, we added $1,000. Now, those specials were for our pioneers. Everybody that signed up prior to the May the 1st, and tonight I'm telling you that not only are we extending it, we are now opening it up to all associates, whether they signed up yesterday or tomorrow. They will be able to take advantage of this over the next 30 days. So we're running this until August 18th, I believe it is. Double check. All the emails will be coming out this week. You'll be able to find out all the details on that. And we're very, very excited to be able to say that we've got this summertime promo. Everything's being extended. We're opening it up to all the new associates, and everybody gets to take advantage. Now, if you're a little bit confused on all the information I gave you, I'm not surprised. That was a lot of information. And again, for the guests that are on the call tonight, we're going to ask you to get back together with the individual that invited you onto this call, so that you can get all the details, because, yes, everything I just said is absolutely true. There is no business opportunity in the world today that offers what this company is offering as far as the ability for our associates to go out there and make some tremendous extra income, and save a fortune on their travel as well. The savings are extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. You know, normally I'll read off 20, 30 examples, but you can talk to the people that have already done it and the people that are looking at their sites and checking to see where the values are, and you'll find out that there is nothing out there like it. And if you happen to find something cheaper, again, the company is going to offer you a 110% money-back guarantee. You can't beat that. And so with that, folks, we're right on time. Even though we had a very extended introduction, we're right on time. We respect everybody's time. It is 9:30. I will open up the line so we can all say goodnight to each other, and look forward to the emails on when we will be having our next conference call. Hold up.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Frank. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Thank you.
And here.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Howard. Good night,
Good
everyone.
morning from Australia. Australia.
That's it.